Welcome back, everyone. In today's video, we're going to talk about 14 things that companies can do to be attractive to employees, which of course will help in their recruiting process, because that also means these are things that are attractive to candidates who are considering whether or not to come work for you. Peter, let's just start at the top.
The most important thing is having a competitive salary. This is going to be something that's important to employees and potential employees alike. So make sure that you're doing your research and that you are offering something that is competitive on the market and something that is going to be attractive to somebody who wants to come work at your company.
In a recent Gallup survey, 64% of people surveyed said that salary is a reason that they probably wouldn't take a new job offer, and that 52% of respondents said that they're financially stressed right now. So if you want to make your employees happier and be more attractive to candidates, this is a no-brainer place to start.
One of the top things that makes a company attractive to employees is having a good benefit structure. That includes PTO, that includes health insurance, dental, 401k, all of that is included in the benefits package, but also some things that you might not think of. Parental care, paid paternity and maternity leave.
Also, things like tuition or mental health care. These are all prevalent today when candidates are considering, should I work for this company or should I not? So review your benefits package regularly, see what you can do to improve it to make yourself more attractive as an employer.
It's no surprise that since COVID, flexibility has been a huge draw for workers. So it's a great way that you can differentiate yourself from your competitors.
Look for opportunities to do things that may be outside of your comfort zone, but can go a long way with making your employees happy. And to complement just overall flexibility is giving them work-life balance. Peter, you mentioned COVID. I think that's the perfect thing to focus on for this because people's priorities have changed. And nearly two-thirds of employees will say that whether that flexibility and work-life balance exists will be the difference in them accepting a job or not. So it's very important not only to your current employees, but to anyone considering coming to work for you.
Professional development is among the top things that is demanded by workers on the market today. Companies that invest in this are going to put themselves ahead of the curve. So make sure that you are spending time in developing these great plans to show your workers that you're invested in them and their future.
It shows a commitment to them, and it's a great way to differentiate yourself from other employers who really don't put that time and attention into it. Along those same lines, give your employees opportunities to advance. People don't want to remain stagnant. The numbers are overwhelming in this regard. So think about your employees' futures, not just where they are today, but where they want to go. And they'll identify that and they'll be much happier and much more loyal to you over the long term.
I completely agree. And having clear, defined lines that they can move along in advance is just another way that you are going to make your employees happy and you're going to increase your longevity.
Strong leadership is a huge component of what makes a company attractive to employees and candidates alike. So consider who's at the top. And if you need to work on their development, do employees want a consistent message. They want an honest message. They want a clear message from their leadership. So always keep that in mind when thinking of how your leadership communicates and who is in those positions.
Having an inclusive environment is something that's been growing as a focus of late. It's really important with younger workers, particularly. So anything you can do to show that you have a workplace that values diversity, that values different opinions, that's going to be something that puts you ahead and lets workers know that you're a place that they want to be at.
Yeah, today's employee wants to feel like they belong and that they're comfortable at work. So make sure that's an environment you're providing for them. And it doesn't take a whole lot of effort. It just takes being conscious of it and making sure you're not missing anything obvious along the way. On those lines, a positive culture is incredibly important in today's workforce. There's so much negativity out in the world. You can't turn on the news without seeing it. Social media, it's everywhere. And so having a positive environment in the workforce makes a huge difference in employees' lives. And candidates, even when they come in to interview or see your online reviews, they'll pick up on that. And if they don't sense that's what they're going to gain by working for your company, they won't pursue the opportunity.
You frequently spend more time at work than you do anywhere else in your life. So nothing kills morale worse than a toxic culture. So take a look internally, make sure that you have a really great culture and the employees will follow.
Job security is something that every employee and job candidate wants in today's shaky environment. Be a place where they can feel secure. Talk about your long-term plans. make sure they know that they're part of the long-term plans as an employee or potential employee. That'll make a big difference in how they feel showing up for work every day, and that'll lead to extended loyalty.
Employees that feel like they share values with their company report better longevity, better morale, and more productivity. So, any area that you can focus on to give your employees that shared sense of community and value is a good one. Older workers might value longevity, younger workers might value creativity. Depending on what you're targeting, that is going to go a long way towards getting you the best candidates and towards retaining your employees.
And consider that when you're creating your recruitment materials and any marketing message that you send out. It's a really important thing to get right.
Innovation is a really easy way to get employees and candidates excited about your workplace. So, any future plans that you have, any cool things that you're doing in the market, make sure you're marketing those and make sure that employees and candidates alike both understand what you're doing and what you're working towards.
In a recent survey by Price Waterhouse, 77% of employees said they're ready for a change, and 72% said they're excited about the changes new technology can bring. So the numbers don't lie there. You should always be thinking about innovation and looking forward. And as a complement to that, the best employees today, the ones you really want to hire, expect that they'll have the technology and tools to make their jobs easier. They don't want to be stuck in the past. They want to be moving forward, and you need to give them the tools in order to do that effectively.
Employees view technology as an investment in the company and an investment in their future. So, any way you can highlight that is going to be really great for internal morale.
And the last thing we'll talk about today that makes a company attractive to candidates and employees is setting clear expectations. Everyone deserves it and everyone wants it. Don't let people wonder and worry about where they stand in the organization. Put the expectations out there, make it explicitly clear, and you'll have a much happier workforce.
Simply put, employees should understand if they're doing a good job. Having those clear expectations lets them know if they're succeeding in their day to day work and how they're actually contributing to the organization. So make sure that is very clear and that's something that everybody at your company understands.
That covers it, Peter. The 14 things any company can do to be more attractive to employees and, of course, candidates who are considering coming to work for them.
If you want to recap that, we've got a more complete version written in our blog at fourcornerresources.com. We'll provide a link for that in our description.
Thanks for watching. Goodbye for now.
Thanks.